Well, good morning, everybody. This is the 70-year-old rookie bowler, kind of taking a few days off from bowling. Yeah, that hand right there has had inflammation in the ring finger and down through here. I bought a glove, a heated glove. I've been wearing that for days and working on that and just kind of trying to keep it, elasticity going in it. I mean, you see when I roll my hand like that, I could still feel the tightness in the ligaments in my fingers. And it's all coming from that, that real snap at the bottom and come up through it like that. Really trying to get some crank on it. And over the last, come here in a few weeks, it'll be 3 years since I started this. And really, in June 6th, Father's Day, is when I started to really begin to think that I wanted to do it. I went with the boys. We went bowling and together and bowled a 203. And that kind of cranked up my curiosity about bowling. And so that's what I started the journey. And right now what I'm doing is I'm putting on these bracelets, okay? See these bracelets over? That one there is titanium. It's got magnets behind it. And magnets supposed to help with balance and everything in the body. I got another one here that's copper. This one's got some kind of metallic stuff in it also. Of course, I wear a cross because that cross doesn't have any value other than spiritually and mentally for me. Well, have you ever wanted to be really, really, really good at something? I mean, really good at it. I mean, just had a burning desire to want to. I was that way with baseball. And then I had sort of that feeling with the guitar, except for I didn't quite have the natural talent with the guitar as I did with baseball. And then baseball kind of bled over into bowling. But this guitar right here, I've got it. Actually, I bought this for Janice a few years ago. We took some lessons, and this is the Baby Taylor. It's really good guitar, a little nice little kind of a lap guitar, a parlor guitar, what are you going to call it? And we took lessons, and then I took some private lessons, and then back and forth. And it always seemed like what the main holdback to me in the guitar has always been my guitar is I just would not practice enough. I mean, I sat around and thumped on it, and I never felt like I got good enough at it to get frustrated, and I never could relax. I couldn't just sit down and just bow, 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 bow. My timing was off. I would try to learn to go in there. I had two or three different maybe four different teachers over the years, and the last one I had was really good. And I actually learned a couple of things from him, and I may go back over there and go ahead and try to do that again. But this time with a different frame of mind, a relaxed frame of mind, one that, I'm not planning on getting on stage. I'm not planning on doing anything but just for the entertainment of my own self and for the satisfaction of my own self. There's dementia and Alzheimer's that's run through our family for years. And I guess it seems like if you live long enough, then that's what happened. Everybody got slow with the brain. And I don't want my brain to slow down. I mean, I'd like to have peaceful thoughts. I'd like to be able to play the guitar and learn something more than just A. A minor. Sad song. Anyway, I managed to learn a few chords and a few strumming patterns, but I just never could make it sound like music. It always sounded like some guy just And that sucks. So recently I was talking to ChatGPT about it, and Chat says you need to dedicate 10 minutes a day, to doing it. Just make sure you start off with just something as simple as making a G chord. Make it as pure as you can. It's not too pure, is it? That was. And even if you just strum the G chord for 10 minutes, at least you'll get to be an expert on the G chord, you know what I mean? Or the D chord. Fat fingers again. And so I thought, okay, I'll try that. And so for a few weeks I did, then I stopped like normal, and then I get back to it, and then, back and forth like that. Bowling, I've never had that issue about not wanting to go to practice, or I just couldn't. I had the burning desire in me to get there to do it. I had an absolute burning desire to go to the lanes, get out there and do it. No matter if my foot was hurt, my arm was hurt, my back was hurt, my legs were numb. I mean, all those things compounded together, I'd still go and give it my best. And my best got to be where it was getting pretty good. I mean, I wasn't really comparing myself to others, but I was comparing myself to what I'd been doing over the last almost 3,600 games on Lane Talk. And I could see the improvement building. And last week, I got to see where it was building daily. And I was really excited. And I was thinking, I've got a real shot at making that 800 series. I did. I really did. And I still do, except for that burning desire is still in there, and I can't go do it because logically, realistically, I got to remember, I got to remember, hey, I'm 72 years old. That hand has been attached to me the whole time for 72 years. It's been smashed, beat up, all kinds of things. That finger right there, I got it smashed by a jackhammer, flattened it out, bent the nerve, broke the bone in the end of it. And that's the finger that flips the ball off. That's the last exit of the ball right there. And that's probably where my issue is what I need to do is to repair that. I was listening to Thomas Larson, who happened to beat E.J. Tackett a couple of weeks ago. And he was saying about concentrating on getting the index finger to be the last thing off the ball. Something about the rev rate on that. I've got to listen to that again. Also, I think I'm going to go in and have my ball, I've got so many, I'm going to have to do it a little bit at a time. But I've had a super span. It was like way out there, because I felt like I was able to get around it more. But I think that might have been a mistake. So I'm going to go back in and I'm going to have them check my fingers again, and we'll see about kind of lessening it up. That way I don't have such a wide and all that pressure on the back of my hand. So there's a couple of things I need to do. And sitting in here on my videos and doing these videos for YouTube is a very therapeutic thing. I'm going to, be able to look back at what I've been doing and how I've been progressing, look at my footage and just see what I can do to improve. I got to bowl left-handed here the other day. I thought I'd go in there and give that a shot. Bowl 6 games. I think the average of about 70 or something like that. I mean, I'm talking about 7-0, not 170. And the last game was 101, and I had to strike on the final ball to do that. I had 4 spare and a strike to get me 20 pins in the 10th to get it up to 101. So for that, I was pretty excited. But I got to watching the video of all the frames all the way through it. And, as a 4-step right-handed bowler, I start on my right foot. As my right foot goes forward, my arm goes down. Well, apparently I know that I should, if I'm going to be a 4-step left-hander, my left foot goes forward, my left arm goes down. Well, apparently I forgot all about all that. Right foot goes forward. I would take another little stutter step. Left hand goes down. Another weird step. And then, I think I was ended up taking like 5 miniature steps before I got out there to where I would come upon a plant, slide in between kind of thing, and flip the ball down there. Well, it didn't look too bad from the one shot that I did put on YouTube. I got to looking at all the rest of them, and I've got a lot of work to do with the footwork. I probably could get a softball and go out in the backyard and just work on left-handed footwork. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Meanwhile, I'm going to sit here. Where'd it go? Eddie ain't dynamite no more, Eddie. It actually goes, Eddie ain't dynamite. Goodbye, Eddie Mike. Come on, Mike. Think about it. Dynamite no more, Eddie. We got a lot of work to do here on that. Thanks for watching.